You're watching Kink Live in the Big Lounge with Poliça.
Yeah, Poliça, come on. I'm a super big fan of this band, and so this is a great opportunity for me. We had Alt J here last week, and now you guys are here, and I'm gonna go giddy fanboy. We talked about it briefly earlier. I was there at the Bunk Bar, about 3 years ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think this is an intimate stage.
Yeah, this is more intimate, though.
Yeah. In
the middle of the day, everyone's seated. It's quite different
right?
than a bar.
Nice and quiet and nicely behaved.
Yeah, yes.
Instead of all full of liquor.
Yes.
And being obnoxious.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to town. We're really excited that you took time to be with us
here
today inside our Bing Lounge. And I tell you what, it's a good thing to also have you at the Doug Fur tonight and then tomorrow. That's a beautiful place. Mm-hmm. You just tweeted out. I got to read it because I didn't memorize it.
Oh no.
No, I don't know if there's any truth to it. It could be all lies. A vague fact of the day: Portland is the birthplace of a lot of Poliça songs. Oh. True or false?
True.
Do tell.
It's kind of supposed to remain vague, I guess.
No, really? Throw me a bone. Just make up something.
Yeah. I had a lot of first experiences in Portland. First time I was here, and it birthed a personal awakening. Yeah.
That is correct. All right, that is the correct answer.
That is correct. Yeah, these guys know. They know me well.
They were there.
Yeah,
they were there. Now, the album came out almost like a year ago to the day. Almost, like October last year. So you're probably just sick to death of rehashing the same questions about the record. True or false?
I think you just kind of shut down a part of your soul and you just kind of go into emote mode.
Regurgitate, yes, that's good.
Yes.
Well, I did a lot of research. I've been practicing this interview for months.
Sweet.
So I got to let something out of it.
I appreciate it.
But you said like when the album first came out, like the week before, it kind of dawned on you that was coming out. And you got like all freaked out. You got the hot flashes. You're all freaked out. True? Was that another true or false?
I don't remember that time at all. I mean, to tell you the truth, now that a year later, I can't even tell you why I named the record Shulamith. Honestly, I'm like, I don't know who that person was. So you change, I change. But also it feels like a long time ago. I mean, we've been on tour so much since then, and but I'm sure I was nervous for the record to come out. I'm sure I was like, what did I name those songs? Oh my God. Those are going to be out? Crap. But hopefully the third time around I'll remember that this is actually getting released into public, the public hands when I name things or write lyrics, things like that.
That didn't dawn on you when you were releasing Shulamith?
Not until probably like a week before.
That's why you got all freaked out.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, dear God. So that you play a couple shows here, then you got about 4 or 5 more shows, and then you get to go home.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. Still home for everybody?
Home. Yep.
Now, I read that you said this, and a lot of bands say this, that when you go home, there's this kind of decompression cycle. Mm-hmm. And it's just like you're still kind of trying to find yourself because your whole life has been this life on the road, and then you got to go home and live your life again.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, you have to. Well, I have a daughter who's at home, and then I also, sorry, I have auto-tune on here, and I also tour with my significant other, and so you go home to your daughter, and you have to kind of get to know each other again, and I get home off the tour van, and she's hungry, and I'm like, oh my God. So to prepare a meal for someone. Okay, so what do you like to eat again? And like, how do you like toast? It's like completely, I'm like, how do you put pajamas on? Okay, it's just like it's like a completely different part of my brain because on tour I haven't prepared a meal in a month. I've just eaten out of gas stations or made a sandwich backstage or, gone out to eat. And then it's just completely different being with your boyfriend on the road than at home. And you're like, have to readjust to each other at home, and you have to readjust to yourself. You're like, okay, so what do I do today? Okay, so what's my schedule today? And there's no one to tell you, okay, well, you've got to be here at noon, and then you've got to be here at 5. It's like, it all sounds very much like, wah, wah, get a life, stop
No,
complaining.
I don't think so.
But it's, then like we're getting home to take a break and just figuring out, we've all been on the road together for 3 years, figuring out what do we do with our lives now. And we certainly need to keep on writing a record, but, it's a new day. You can't just like be a starving artist really anymore unless you want to end up on the street. And so we all need to find jobs and re-entry into civilian life. And so there's a lot of it's just a lot of pressure that we'll just have to see how that will all feed into the next record. And it's a part of the road life. It's a part of adjusting. It usually takes everybody about 10 days to adjust to the road, and it takes everybody about 10 days, I think, me personally, to adjust back home, to know what to kind of get your grounding down and stuff. So that is the life of a musician, a touring musician. It's great though. I mean, I've become a completely different person even in the last 3 years, because it really challenges you, and you see a lot about yourself that you could easily ignore before, that you have to be faced with and deal with.
Well, thank you for that. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I'll give her the... Jeez. Well, thank you so much for taking time out for us today here in Portland. We'll see you tonight at the Doug Fir, and then tomorrow night too, and safe travels.
Yeah. Yep.
Poliça, everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you.